Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna everyone. So today is the 5th of October. It is Thursday. It is Ashwini Masa, Padmanabha Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Saptami Tithi. So there is one Vaishnava events today. So that is anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's arrival in USA. So that day it is very auspicious for the America and to the entire world. So that is a Vaishnava event. Okay, so we shall quickly enter into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Mother Earth, in the form of cow, Dharani is speaking to Dharma. Dharma is in the form of bull, about her lamentation. She was speaking about for whom she was lamenting, why she was lamenting. So she mentions once about the separation from Krishna. Tenaham gunapatrena Srinivasena sampratam sochami rahitam lokam papmana kalina ikitam. After Krishna has left this world, Kali is influencing, it's spreading all over the world. So Lokam Papmana Kalina Ikshitam, wherever we see, all the sinful activities are taking place. And then she also mentions Atmanam cha anusochami bhavantam cha amarottamam devan pitrun rushin sadhun sarvan varnam tadashraman. I am worrying about myself and also yourself. You are the best among the demigods. And I am also lamenting about demigods, Pitrus, Pitrus and Rishis, Sadhus, and everyone who have taken the shelter of Varnan Tada Ashraman and following the Varnashrama Dharma. So all the important people Dharani is mentioning for whom she is lamenting about. Atmanam Janusochami Bhavantam cha Amarottamam Devan Pitrun Rushin Sadhun Sarvan Varnam Tadashraman. So further she mentions about Dharani mentions about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why she is lamenting. So here, so once upon a time, Krishna, when he was on the planet, his lotus feet are marked with the lotus flower and thunderbolt and also Ankusha and also the flag. So these are the symbols on the lotus feet of Krishna. That lotus feet, that supreme personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by Brahma and all the demigods for his the glance, for his moments of glance. And they engage themselves in so much of austerities. And Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, even she leaves her the beautiful lotus pond garden, and then she engages herself in serving the lotus feet of Krishna. And that lotus feet of Krishna, it is marked with these symbols, the this lotus flower and the thunderbolt symbol and the ankusha and also dvaja or the flag. And Krishna is so beautifully decorated. And Mother Earth, when Krishna was present, she was so even surpassing the 3 planetary systems. That was her opulence. And in such a way, when she was feeling so much of blissfulness, and then the Lord has left. It is in a glimpse of time. The Lord has left. Now Dharani is lamenting. So now, because I was just as soon as I was thinking that I am fortunate enough, feeling proud, at that time the Lord has left. So likewise, she's saying about her lamentation. So we are in the first canto, chapter 16, verse number 32 and 33. ब्रह्मादयो बहुदितं यदपाङ्गमोक्ष कामाः तपः समचरन् भगवत्प्रपन्नाः सा श्रीः स्ववासमरविन्दवनं विहाय यत्पादसौभगम् अलं भजते अनुरक्ता तस्याहमब्जकुलिश अङ्कुशकेतुकेतैः श्रीमत्पदैः भगवतः समलङ्कृताङ्गी स्त्रीन् अति अरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिं लोकान् समं व्यसृजत विस्मयतीं तदन्ते ब्रह्मादयो बहुतितं यदपाङ्गमोक्ष ब्रह्मादयो बहुतितं. The Brahma, demigods such as Brahma, for many days, bahutitam yadapanga moksha, and to get the glance of grace, to get the glance of grace. Kama tapaha samacharan bhagat prapannaha, and to fulfill their desires. Kamaha tapaha samacharan bhagat prapannaha. So being desire of fulfilling those things, and they engage themselves in the tapaha samacharan. Bhagat prapannaha, they surrender themselves to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagat prapannaha. Brahmadayo bahutitam yadapanga moksha kama tapaha samacharan bhagat prapannaha. Sa srihi swavasam aravindavanam vihaya yatpada sobhagam alam bhajate anurakta. Sa srihi, that's that goddess of fortune, swavasam aravindavanam vihaya. What is her swavasam? Her vasam is Aravindavanam. Aravindavanam is the a forest of all the lotus flowers. Sasrihi swavasam Aravindavanam vihaya, and she leaves that Aravindavanam and engages herself yatpada sobhagam alam bhajate anurakta. Yatpada sobhagam, and she engages in herself in worshipping the lotus feet. Yatpada sobhagam. Yatpada, and whose feet is all blissful. Without hesitation, she engages and she worships that padam. Yatpada sobhagam alam bhajate anurakta. It is being attached to that lotus feet so much. That is fortune of goddess of fortune. Yatpada sobhagam alam bhajate anurakta. So Dharani further says, Tasyaham abja kulisha ankusha ketu ketaihi. Tasya, so now aham, I am, so that Supreme Personality of Godhead, abjam kulisha ankusha ketu ketaihi. Abjam, the lotus flower, kulisha, the thunderbolt, ankusha. Ankusha is a rod for driving the elephants. Ankusha, ketuhu, it is the flag or dvaja. Ketaihi, these are the impressions. Tasyaham abja kulisha ankusha ketu ketaihi Srimad Padaihi, that Srimad Padaihi. So the owner of all these opulence, and by the soles of the feet, Srimad Padaihi, Bhagavataha Samalankutangi, Alankrutangi. So one whose body is so decorated beautifully, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whose lotus feet is impressions with Abjam Kulisha Ankusha Ketu Ketaihi Srimad Padaihi Bhagavataha Samalankutangi, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always beautifully decorated and all auspicious, whose lotus feet is imprinted like all these symbols. Abjam Kulisha Ankusha Ketuhu Trin Ati Arocha Upalabhya Tato Vibhutim. Trin, these three planetary system. Trin Ati Arocha, and she is now exceeded all the opulences. Trin ati arot upalabhya tato vibhutim lokan. So she is now comparing about all the three planet systems. How fortunate this Mother Earth when Krishna was present. Trin ati arot upalabhya tato vibhutim lokan samam vyasrujat usmayatim tadante. So now that Lord samam. So now he has left me. Vyasrujat. So now he has gave up. And then because usmayatim tadante, at the end when I was feeling proud, the Lord has left me. When I was feeling that I'm the most fortunate among all these three planetary systems, at that time, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is all auspicious, who is decorated beautifully, and that Lord, he has left me. I am now lamenting for that purpose. So Dharani is saying these things to Dharma. ब्रह्मादयो बहुतितं यदपाङ्गमोक्षा कामः तपः समचरन् भगवत्प्रपन्नाः साश्रीः सुवासम् अरविन्दवनं विहाय यत्पादसौभगम् अलं भजते अनुरक्त तस्याहमब्जकुलिश अङ्कुशकेतुकेतैः श्रीमत्पदैः भगवतः समलङ्कृताङ्गी त्रीन् अति अरोत उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिं लोकान् समां व्यसृजत् उस्मयतीं तदन्ते. So translation for this verse. Lakshmi ji, the goddess of fortune, whose glance of grace was sought by demigods like Brahma, and for whom they surrendered many a day unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, gave up her own abode in the forest of lotus flowers and engaged herself in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. I was endowed with specific powers to supersede the fortune of all the three planetary systems by being decorated with the impressions of the flag, thunderbolt, elephant driving rod, and lotus flower, which are signs of the lotus feet of the Lord. But at the end, when I felt I was so fortunate, the Lord left me. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The beauty and opulence of the world can be enhanced by the grace of the Lord, and not by any man-made planning. When the Lord Shri Krishna was present on this earth, the impressions of the special signs of his lotus feet were stamped on the dust. And as a result of this specific grace, the whole earth was made as perfect as possible. In other words, the rivers, the seas, the forests, the hills, and the mines, which are the supplying agents of the necessities of men and animals, were fully discharging their respective duties. Therefore, the riches of the world surpassed all the riches of all the other planetary systems. In this three planet systems of the universe. One should therefore ask that the grace of the Lord always be present on earth, so that we may be favored with his causeless mercy and be happy, having all necessities of life. One may ask how we can detain the Supreme Lord on this earth after his mission is fulfilled and he has left this earth for his own abode. The answer is that there is no need to detain the Lord. The Lord, being omnipresent, can be present with us if we want him at all. By his omnipresence, he can always be with us if we are attached to his devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, etc. There is nothing in the world with which the Lord is disconnected. The only thing we must learn is to excavate the source of connection and thus be linked with him by offenseless service. We can be connected with him by the transcendental sound representation of the Lord. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself are identical. And one who chants the holy name of the Lord in an offenseless manner can at once realize that the Lord is present before him. Even by the vibration of a radio sound, we can partially realize the sound relativity. And by resounding the sound of transcendence, we can verily feel the presence of the Lord. In this age, when everything is polluted by the contamination of Kali, It is instructed in the scriptures and preached by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can at once be free from contamination and gradually rise to the status of transcendence and go back to Godhead. The offenseless chanted of the holy name of the Lord is as auspicious as the Lord himself. And the movement of pure devotees of the Lord all over the world can at once change the troublesome face of the world. Only by the propagation of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord can we immune from all effects of the age of Kali. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in this purport, so Prabhupada is mentioning about the presence of Krishna and his lotus feet, and Kunti Maharani also prays in her prayers. Neyam sobhiste tatra yate danim gadadara swalakshan yat parivinkita bhati swalakshana vilakshitaihi. Oh my dear Lord, when you are here, because your lotus feet here, Neyam sobhiste tatra yate dhanim gadadhara. She also mentions, acknowledge all these things. Ime janpadaha sruddhaha supakauhidi virudaha vanadrinari udanvanto hedante tam vikshitaihi. Just because of the glance of the Lord, all these things happen automatically. So here goddess of Mother Earth, Dharani, is also mentioning all these points. So Prabhupada explaining in this purport beautifully how all this nature is supplying the necessities of life. And the Lord and his name, they are transcendental, they are in one. So that is one point here. And also Prabhupada is mentioning just Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyada. So this is only the Mahamantra to be Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Nam Kalikalmashanashakam Nataha Parataha Upayaha Sarva Vedeshu Drustyate. This is the only thing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given to all this humanity. We can, so by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can at once be free from contamination and gradually rise to the status of transcendence and go back to Godhead. So one has to be offenseless chanter of the holy name of the Lord. So that is needed. Then only we can change the face of the world. Only by propagation of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord can we be immune from all effects of the age of Kali. So devotees are Pratibuddha Chetasam. It would influence only the people Apratibuddha Chetasam who are not developed in Krishna consciousness. That's what Goswami mentions in the previously. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. ब्रह्मादयो बहुतितं यदपाङ्गमोक्ष कामः तपः समचरन् भगवत्प्रपन्नाः सा श्रीः सुवासमरविन्दवनं विहाय यत्पादसौभगम् अलं भजते अनुरक्त तस्याहमब्जकुलिश अङ्कुशकेतुकेतैः श्रीमत्पदैः भगवतः समलङ्कृताङ्गी स्त्रीन् अति अरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिं लोकान् समां व्यसृजत् उस्मयतीं तदन्ते. So now I am lamenting that Supreme Personality of Godhead is now left this material world. I am worrying about it. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Today, letter to Jagadisha, October 11, 1969, date enhanced. Letter is shared. Can I request any dear devotees to read this letter?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, shall I read?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Sorry, I'm always on a phone, that's why I'm a bit. Okay, my dear Jagadish, sent along with a maintenance check of $15 regarding the information you heard that it is all right to neglect 116 rounds daily minimum. If this is wrong, everyone should strictly follow the regulations of 16 rounds daily. If one is busy for other not fulfill the regular chanting, you must complete it the next day.
Krishna Mataji, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, curtailing the activities in the matter of sleeping or eating or any other sense gratificatory process, so far as long each day, each day to go out on Sankirtan party. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prescribes to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 24 hours. So if you can do so, it is very nice. Otherwise, as much as possible, Sankirtan is our life and soul. I'm very glad that Jai Hari Dalmi was in the temple, and I hope you received him well. His father is a great friend of my activities. When I was in India, he helped me so many times with financial assistance, so he is sympathetic. I was very glad that his daughter-in-law has presented some saris and the boy has presented some books. Please keep the books nicely. None of you will be able to understand Hindi or Sanskrit, so when I return to USA, I shall ask you for these books. Regarding the picture of Lord Chaitanya, which is outside of your temple, this is not good. We should not place our worshipful deities as statues in open atmosphere. I have also received one very nice letter from your good wife, Lakshmi Moni. She is a very nice girl. So the two of you were combinedly to spread this Sankirtan movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This will bring all happiness and both of your lives. Please offer my blessings to others. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Obviously, for me, the bit that stuck out the most was the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is so important for us to remember that our whole life should be dedicated to chanting Lord's name. But I think we're so unfortunate that this is this is not possible for us. I wish I could do that every day for 24 hours, but we're just stuck, and we should at least try to chant our 16 rounds, and whichever way we need to, like we make room for other things in our life, we have to compensate for the chanting. It's non-negotiable, because otherwise we'll enter the space of Kali again, and then we go into problems. So I think Srila Prabhupada is trying to protect us. He's trying to tell us, it's the 99% of it is chanting. So it's about connecting with Lord so that we get the protection from the forces of Bali. And obviously, he's encouraging his devotees again, and it's just that if we don't chant, we fall down. And I don't know, in that example, we can see why certain things have happened, because the chanting may not have been there. So chanting is so important. Yeah, that's what I got.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So quickly mention, summarize. Any other points, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So there was another point about Prabhupada mentioned that we should not keep our worshipable deities outside the temple, how it has been done in one of the temples. So he commented on that and made sure that the devotees don't do that again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for highlighting that point. Okay, so any other points, dear devotees? Satan Prabhuji, you want to say something?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. It was mentioned about the temple president. He helped Prabhupada also. He mentioned on this letter, and as well as the other point. Sorry, I cannot continue. Yeah, because one of the temple president, we have to follow such kind of elevated devotees. He is mentioning, and we have to mention our deity also very clearly. It should not be make as a simple way to go to outside to the common place. That is also we have to maintain the standard, maintain. And actually, at the beginning also he mentioned chanting Hare Krishna, holy name is very important. Just maybe in the another remark, I don't know. I like to know because we heard about the Kongsho, Shishupal and Dantaparka. They are also following their Vedic scholar. They follow Vishnu, but they could not recognize Krishna. This is also very important thing. Whenever Vishnu, we have to recognize Krishna, and Krishna, we have to recognize this age is a Mahaprabhu. This is very important. Even we cannot connect with that, we cannot go to ultimate goal. Even Brahmana, that is another example. Brahmana, they could not recognize Krishna and Balaram. So we have to understand this is a holy name. This is non-different with Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Bal.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Muhyanti Suraya, even the demigods and great sages, they will also bewildered. So we have to keep ourselves always chanting of these holy names of Krishna, hearing Krishna Katha all the time. That way we develop love for Krishna. Thank you. And also we have got Palika Devi Mataji as well with us today. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for your nice program. This is the first time I've been thinking about joining, but not managing to put things together. But here, Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting together, and hearing Srila Prabhupada's letter. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for being with us, giving your association.
Thank you. Thank you for giving your association.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thanks. So nice to have you. It's really nice to have senior devotee associations with us early in the morning. It makes our day blissful. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna.
So, from the announcements point of view, so today, Thursday, at evening at 8 p.m., we have got Krishna Katha with His Grace Ramnath Prabhuji and Shyam Guriwada at 8 p.m. And Saturday, we have morning regular Bhagavatam, and then after that, we have special Bhagavatam as well at 6:50. And Saturday afternoon, Krishna Club, and Saturday evening, our regular Bhagavad Gita session. And but this time, so His Grace Keshav Kesh Das Prabhuji is going to speak on Tulsi. So those are the updates from the events perspective from our Gauri. And dear devotees, if you have got any further updates from the temple or any events are going on, or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Last night we found out that we have actually exceeded the goal that we pledged to do 720 Srimad Bhagavatam, and it's exceeded 750 and it's still rolling. So just to let you know, we are presenting this result to Prabhupada the weekend. I think it's Sunday. And all the people who contributed, their names would be put forward to Prabhupada for a whole year.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very auspicious news in the morning to hear.
That's beautiful, Mataji.
Hari Bol. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Everybody's been listening and contributing and seeing me right through. That was wonderful. I really appreciate it.
All glories to your service, Mataji. So you are tirelessly working day and night to distribute the books and Srimad Bhagavatam and all other books. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
And Giriraj Maharaj, I don't know if you mentioned it, he's doing a lecture on Friday morning and Saturday morning at the temple.
Could you please repeat the Maharaj name, Mataji?
It's Giriraj Maharaj.
Giriraj.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
He's over and he's doing a lecture tomorrow morning and Saturday morning.
Thank you for the update, Mataji. Yes, Giriraj Maharaj is one of Prabhupada's first few disciples, I think.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
He's very senior.
yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Mataji. All glories to your service. Beautiful service you have been doing all through
No, it's
the
everybody's
month of
collective.
Bhadra. So it's like very few devotees we see doing the service for distributing Bhagavatam and like, of course, in a different way, sponsoring it. So at your age, after your work and everything, you have been committed doing it all throughout the year and especially in the month of Bhadra. So it's like so much blessing to you. And may Prabhupada bless you to carry on with the service as long as you can. And, we are fortunate to have your association as well. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Hare Krishna. I am fortunate to have you. And Mataji, is not me alone. It's been a whole collective, a group of us. And we really, yeah, as you say, we had the same aim and we pursued it. And there's a good result. We didn't expect it to be that good, but there you are. So when you are determined and you persevere, something that is spiritual and auspicious, and Prabhupada's begged us to make sure that his book enters everybody's home. That's what we were trying to do, especially the unfortunate people. So it's worked so well, and it doesn't mean that we stop there. We carry on and help him to. He's still alive in us. And it pleases Krishna as well, of course, because it's Krishna's words in those books.
Yeah,
Very
Mataji, I think
true.
it's also you, like you have such a nice way, not like, I don't know, I can't explain it. Please take some credit what Sanjita Mataji is saying, because it's you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, and also one more thing from my side, I just wanted to, I don't know, to go outside and distribute books like Mataji do. What I did, like just I got some books home and I let the community know, just come and collect these books for free. They only come and taking books. That is one thing I could do.
Hari Bol.
Yeah, they would say, they put some endeavor, they come, they walk and then collect the book and they go. So at least they're putting some effort. So I think that is what I was trying to do. So that is
Well, it's going in somebody's hands and their homes. So that is really special.
Yes, Prabhu Mataji is right. Like, yeah, you're putting the effort, you're doing it for a purpose to go get those books to somebody who really need it in the days of Kali. So, yeah, that's a great service as well. Like, of course, you don't have a team. Normally, in book distribution, devotees do get in like 2 or 3 devotees, like not on their own alone, because you don't have that association. So you're doing it the way you could. Even that's a great service. So, thank you. So, Janakund Mataji, was the target of this year meted? I just missed that.
Oh, yes, it was 720.
Wow,
And
very
even
good.
all of us thought we'd never reach it to begin with. But it's amazing how if you have that spirit and you're determined, it does happen. So it's over 750. So
Wow, yeah, I mean,
it's
yeah,
gone
every year,
beyond. Yes, yes.
that's amazing. Yeah, because
And it's also rolling. It's more coming in, and by Sunday we will actually put a final figure to it, and then start all over again for Christmas book distribution.
wow, because I think when you send the message, even that time it was like
It was late, yeah. It was
no. And what I'm trying to say is like the figures were. I thought like, wow, that's a long way to go to make that figure. But now when you say it's still rolling and yeah, it has crossed. That's so happy to hear, because during COVID that year the target was 400. And now
yeah.
how it's so nice to see that every year it's been increased and that is being met. So that makes so much difference. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's all to do with like what Prabhu is doing. He's found a way to plant the seeds. And that's what it's about. If you plant the seeds, you know, even they'd say no, and they will come back because, you know, Krishna is Krishna's doing. It's Prabhupada's, you know, influence on us. And we are actually reaching Krishna's service, devotional service. We are. And Prabhu, that is a wonderful way because, as you say, you know, it's not what you'd like to do, go on the streets, and then the community you live in is not that acceptable straight away. And like I've been abused on the street once, and but it's meant to be a blessing according to the Prabhus I was with, and my god brother said our Guru Maharaj would be so pleased with it. So don't take it at heart.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, it is Krishna's energy. So how Krishna wanted us to spread this one, and we are just instruments. Yes.
Absolutely. So how did you advertise it, Prabhu?
We have got Halifax Indian community, so I just dropped a message saying that if anyone wants Tulsi plant or Tulsi seeds or Tulsi dried Tulsi manjari or Bhagavad Gita book for free collection, come and pick it on Saturday. So they will only.
How wonderful.
So yeah, they will go like that.
And do you get your books from the temple?
Yes, Mataji.
Wonderful.
Here, the month's temple, the Prabhuji is arranging
Yeah.
a bunch of books and wholesale prices. So I'm just giving for free like this. Just kidding.
Lovely.
I can't go outside anyway, but anyway, this is the only thing I can do for now somewhere or other.
Yeah. And you got to be careful with work as well, you know, because it can turn on you in some cases.
So that is
Hari Bol. Hari Bol to all of you. You supported me in some way or the other by listening and taking on my boldness and come to you to ask for help.
no, that it's all everyone's endeavor. So, thank you so much. It's all devotees association makes everything auspicious. It's Hare Krishna moment. Okay, so if you're all happy, we shall conclude and continue with the further japa. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Vasindubhyaeva Tadhanam
Pavanebhyo
Vishnu
Namo Namaha.
Ananta Koti
Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai.
Ki
Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura